Tuesday, closer to the draft, a remarkable round one NBA playoff night. It's the Herd. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, thanks for making us part of your day. Nick Wright today, LSU football coach Brian Kelly stops by today. J-Mac, that was an all-timer. Nick's at home with the Madison Square Garden crowd seemingly on the floor as the players were on the floor late. That was an all-time ending. And then the Lakers Nuggets. I said yesterday on the show, Lakers lose in overtime. It was almost that. Lakers season was on the line, but those were two great playoff games. Great.
I mean, I was exhausted. I had to go out and have a cigarette after that. I had the first cigarette in like 25 years. I mean, it was just an amazing night of sports, Colin.
So the Lakers this morning and last night, they want to blame the refs. They want to blame the replay system. Okay? Not the LeBron James 16 seconds left missed wide open three. Nah, that wasn't it. Or the fact that Anthony Davis had no points in the fourth quarter. Darvin Ham couldn't dial up a play, or the fact that once again a Lakers starter gave you a nothing burger. Rui, 3 points. Not that in the last 10 minutes the Lakers went away from the pick and roll with AD and LeBron. I think LeBron just gets tired. We know the Lakers don't have the talent or the versatility of Denver. Last night's a great example. Jokic did not play well in the first half. Murray was awful in the first three quarters. But because of their surrounding talent, they can keep it close and make runs. These teams have played 10 straight times. The games all look the same. They're all close. We've said all year, Lakers aren't going to beat them, but they match up with them well. The difference is, though, last night, last 9 possessions for Denver, they scored on 8 of them. Why? Because LeBron and AD in both games have had to overcome a starter that gave you nothing. D'Lo was awful in game 1, and Rui was awful in game 2. Jamal Murray wasn't good last night in the first three quarters, but he was remarkable in the fourth. Jokic had a rare bad half, but he was money in the second half. Denver always wins this game because Denver, their 2 stars, can have a bad quarter, can have a bad half. They don't have to be gassed. Jokic just lets the game come to him. He doesn't press when things are going awry. He's got Gordon and Porter and KCP. He doesn't have to press. If LeBron doesn't get D'Lo help, he's got to empty the tank. If AD doesn't get Rui help, he's got to empty the tank. And so, I mean, again, last night, Jokic and Murray didn't do anything in the first half. But in the last 9 possessions, Denver scored in 8. And those are the crunch time numbers. That's the best defense you'll face. That's the most pressure you'll face. And this is what championship teams like Denver deliver. It's not just that they have the best player in the world, because LeBron and AD aren't far behind. It's the ability for their star teammates, who often have bad halves, to still be brilliant, like Jamal Murray when you need him to deliver. And in that fourth quarter, whereas D'Lo was bad the entire game 1, and Rui was awful last night the entire game, Jamal Murray, as a star, and 3 bad quarters later, came in and sealed the game with this.
Murray makes a move.
Now, they're going to go back to L.A. The games will be close. The Lakers will empty the tank. But this has been the most predictable series of all of them. The Lakers match up well. The Lakers have 2 stars, but LeBron and AD always have to overcome a weak bench, sometimes regrettable substitution patterns by Darvin Ham. And by the end of the game, what's AD have left? Not much offensively. And here was AD when asked about Murray's game winner.
Can you take us through that last play and just what happened and what unfolded? And what was, I don't know if you were screened or what happened on that last play.
Jamal Murray made a shot.
Yeah, that sums it up. Jamal Murray hit a shot. Okay. What is the constant been in Philadelphia for 8 years. They've had multiple GMs. Nick Nurse is Embiid's third coach. We had the trial balloon with Ben Simmons, James Harden. Now it's Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, draft picks, the process. The constant is Embiid. And superstars, that's what he's been labeled. He's a superstar. I don't know. I've got a higher standard. To be a superstar in the NBA, you have to, once win a second-round playoff series in the much, much weaker Eastern Conference. I don't know, just one time. GMs, coaches, teammates, stars, Simmons, Harden. Now he's got Maxey. And these Knicks, though gutty, are hardly the Shaq Kobe Lakers. They're doing it on guile, moxie, toughness. They want it more. They care more. That last sequence for the Knicks, it was all desire and effort. I mean, Embiid, first 2 games, no rebounds in the fourth quarter. Through 2 games. Is Ewing on the floor? What am I missing? No rebounds. Rebounds is an effort stat. Dennis Rodman wasn't skilled. Ben Wallace wasn't a world-class basket. It's effort. Rebounds are effort. Embiid, 7-2, superstar. Did Shaq ever have 2 games with no rebounds in the fourth quarter through 2? I don't think so. Did Hakeem? He has the talent. He doesn't shrink. He has the size. He lacks effort. If you go look at Joel Embiid's playoff career, his numbers plummet in the fourth. His plus-minus, his field goals, his rebound, everything goes down. That's effort. I understand bigs get tired, bigs get beat up. I get that. But when Tyrese Maxey, with 109 left, hit a 3, the score was 196 Philadelphia. In fact, the Knicks' next 2 possessions, they didn't get a field goal. It was their game. Now, Kyle Lowry missed a free throw. That was big. And Jalen Brunson got a bit of a break on that bounce on the 3, absolutely. But in the NBA, you're a superstar if you win in April, May, and June, and you have a big personality. Kawhi doesn't, Jokic doesn't. They're stars. But you're a superstar if you win in April, May, and June, and you have a big personality. And Embiid's got plenty of personality. But I waited through Trust the Process and Ben Simmons and James Harden and now Tyrese Maxey and multiple coaches and Nick Nurse is the third and multiple GMs and draft picks and moving. And I get the same thing. Big games in the East, in the playoffs, late. Where's Embiid? I just didn't see the effort. I watched that last sequence by the Knicks. They were done. It was over. Maxey hits a 3, next 2 times down. Under a minute, they don't get a field goal. It's over. And then it became rugby on the floor. Did you have any doubt when that ball went on the floor the Knicks would come up with it? Was there any doubt for a second who was going to come up with the basketball? Even DiVincenzo's second 3. It was about effort. Nobody blocked out the Knicks. So here's Joel Embiid on that crazy final sequence.
Everybody on the floor was trying to call a timeout, myself included, Nico, coach on the sideline. But they didn't give it to us. But, forget about the timeout. There's a bunch of fouls. Like I said, that's unacceptable.
Yeah, I keep hearing the Sixers last night and this morning complain about there was no timeout. You know what I saw? Nobody blocking out. No effort. That last night was all about desire. That game was over. Knicks were cooked. 196, didn't score in their next 2 possessions. Game was over. It's over. Embiid, no rebounds. First 2 games in the series, fourth quarter. I mean, that was all effort, all desire. These Knicks, Jalen Brunson is not playing well. Julius Randle isn't available, and they're beating 2 stars in this league, one that has been labeled a superstar. I don't want to hear about timeouts. I don't want to hear about time. I don't want to hear about you missed this, you missed that. I missed the effort. Where is it? It is all on the Knicks. You can watch a sporting event. You don't see this a lot in hockey. You don't see it a lot in baseball. But you do see in the NBA some load management, teams wanting it more physicality. That was an effort win. It wasn't a talent win. Don't give me talent. DiVincenzo's bounced around the league. It's not a talent thing. That was an effort thing. J-Mac, that was so much fun last night. Some nights I just know I'm going to stay home. I'm going to order out, and I'm going to stay home. And sometimes it's work. Sometimes I don't necessarily want to watch a Thursday night football game on Amazon. Carolina Panthers involved. It's work. Last night was not work. Last night is why we do this job. Sitting home, watching those games, having a blast.
I mean, the Knicks game came out of nowhere. I thought they were cooked. Down 5 with like 30 seconds.
Philly outplayed them for 3 quarters. Philadelphia for 2.5 quarters was a bet.
I mean, Brunson looked gassed. Brunson's not having a great start to the series.
Well, that's because they've relied on him so much.
Too much, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Brunson is to a large degree he's lost his legs.
I think he's shooting 29% through 2 games. That's not sustainable.
Almost
I thought
predictable.
It was over. I thought the series was over.
Yeah.
When the Knicks were down 5, I'm like, I don't know how you go to Philly and steal one with no offense, but the Lakers win, Colin. I don't know that I've been that gutted from a loss in sports since maybe